Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here come the latest updates. According to Đồng Nai Statistical Office, Đồng Nai textile and garment export turnover in the first quarter of 2020 is estimated as only $457.5 million USD, down nearly 3% over the same period last year. The reason is the lack of raw materials for production, and that some markets, due to the effects of COVID-19 pandemic, have reduced the imports of this item. Information from the Vietnam Textile and Apparel Association. Because the COVID-19 pandemics were complicated and spread quickly, many countries advised people not to go to crowded places. Many large shops and trade centers were closed. Foreign enterprises have cancelled orders with Vietnamese businesses. The number of cancelled orders is equivalent to the production capacity of many units in nearly 1 month and equivalent to 3 to 3.5% of the entire 2020 production. Textile enterprises in Đồng Nai said it is likely that export turnover in April and May will decrease by 30 to 40%. Since the beginning of the epidemic seasons, there have been many rumors on social media about the number of COVID-19 infections, the city blockade, the number of serious patients, the patient's condition, even the rumors about the deaths of the patients. However, the Ministry of Health confirmed they are always explicit about COVID-19. Accordingly, all the information is sent to the press agencies by the Ministry of Health to inform the people. Therefore, people should become rest assured, continue to believe and support the pandemic prevention and control measures. Every citizen should be a soldier to prevent and fight against the pandemic. Continue to join forces to repel the disease. In the immediate future, people should strictly implement measures not to gather in large number. Only leave the house in case of necessity. Wash hands frequently. Wear masks in public places. Increase self-protection of health. Restrict to medical examination and treatment facilities unless it is really necessary. And follow the recommendations of the authorities, especially for the elderly and people with underlying medical conditions. The demand for medical supplies for the prevention of the COVID-19 pandemic is enormous and urgent. But currently, the procurement is very difficult. The Provincial Department of Health has just submitted a written request to agency, business and individuals to support medical supplies instead of funding. According to the Department of Health, in response to the call on people participate in supporting the prevention and control of COVID-19 of the Provincial Fatherland Front Committees of Vietnam, in recent days, many agencies, units, businesses, and individuals in and outside the province have contributed funding to support the health sectors against the pandemic. However, the purchase of medical supplies at this time is very difficult. Currently, the health sector is in need of 125,000 medical masks, 3,895 masks, 5,600 disease prevention kits, and about 2,600 bottles of rapid hand sanitizer. The Department of Health calls on agencies, organizations, businesses, and individuals to pay attention to support medical supplies to protect frontline healthcare officials and workers and military and police forces directly involved in combating the pandemic. As a major outbreak in Europe, yesterday the whole UK was put in an emergency status. Accordingly, strategic coordination centers have been set up across the country, and the government will not dismantle the social distancing measure in the coming weeks. The whole UK is now in an emergency, which is unprecedented in peacetime. We have never had disorders since World War II, UK Housing Community and Local Government Secretary Robert Jenrick said. Also at a press conference, England health official Jenny Harris warned that the UK would face a second wave of COVID-19 pandemic if blockade measures were lifted early. And she believed that the people of this country would probably have to enforce blockades lasting up to 6 months. Over the past 24 hours until March the 29th afternoon, the number of COVID-19 deaths in the UK increased by 209 cases, bringing the total number of deaths in the UK from the beginning of this pandemic to 1,228, while the total number of infections is 19,552. North Korean state media reported today that it has tested a super-large multi-barreled rocket launch system. It has been a day since the South Korean military said Pyongyang has shot objects that appeared to be two short-range ballistic missiles. According to the daily newspaper Rodong Sunmun, the test shoot on March the 29th aimed to once again confirm the strategic and technical characteristic of a supersonic multi-barreled rocket launch system. However, the information didn't give details about this weapon as well as the location of the test firing. On March the 29th, the South Korean military said North Korea fired missiles from the eastern coastal city of Wonsan. The objects flew 230 kilometers with a maximum altitude of 30 kilometers. It is the latest launch in a series of weapon tests and artillery drills that Pyongyang has carried out since the beginning of this year. That's all of the news for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.